I think something that I need to implement in my own life and is valuable to work on is just the sense of gratitude. I feel like saying grace before meals has been associated with like being a religious thing, and so people who like aren't religious don't do it, which makes sense. I mean that like I fall under that boat, but also I think that it doesn't necessarily need to be a religious act. Like you can be grateful for the meal that you're having and recognize the fact that like a lot of people in the world would not be able to sit down and eat a meal in the environment that you would. Like either they don't have the food to eat, they don't have people to eat it with, they don't have the resources to be able to cook that type of food. And so when you sit down and you really have a good meal that you worked hard to prep and it took a lot of ingredients and time and knowledge, and you can learn to appreciate all of that. Like you have the resources to have learned how to cook yourself a good meal. Or better yet, at a restaurant, if you get served, it's like you have the financial ability to pay somebody else to cook a good meal for you. The meal tastes good. Not many people have access to that quality of food. And somebody else is putting their time and their energy into making it for you. And so I think like really what it comes down to is you should be practice gratitude like everywhere in life. And I'm not saying you should, as in like I do so and I'm better than you. More so like this is a note to myself too. And I think the value in it is it just kind of opens your eyes and makes the potential bad things or inconvenience in life seem a lot less inconvenient. Because if you start to become upset and irritated over really small things, then you've kind of lost touch with the reality of the fact that like how good we have it. And like practicing gratitude and being like a gracious person keeps you in that constant checked state where you realize all that you have. And so the inconveniences are a little bit easier to bear because you know like it's not always like that, if that makes sense. And so if you're looking for a sign to practice gratitude more or take a leap, this is your sign because I need to start doing the same. And I think it's just a valuable thing end to end. There's not much else to say about the subject. I mean, most people are familiar with the idea of gratitude is good. It makes you appreciate your life more, but nobody actually does it. Like, not nobody, but I find just because it is well known that gratitude is good doesn't mean that we seem to do it more. And I think the reason we don't do it more is because we get either caught up in daily life so much that we just simply forget, which is probably the most like honest mistake anybody can make, as we all are busy and we all get caught up in daily life. But that's why I like to use the example of like meals and saying grace or giving gratitude at meals, is because if you make a habit of just doing it there and you're not busy, like if you take a second before you eat and just think about it, you don't even have to say anything, like you just think about it for a second, it'll automatically instill that habit and break through the chaos of your day and at least give you a moment of gratitude each day. And so that's a good place to start, and then you can go from there. But that's my 2 cents and something that I've been thinking about implementing into my life because I think it would be really valuable in the long run. And I think it's also a good practice. But that's it. And hopefully, this is helpful to you. Let me know how it goes.